Uh, Hello, everybody. I know it's kind of late for some of you guys out there, so I don't know how many people I'm really going to get, but it's one of those rare situations where I was feeling really awake and I don't really know what to do. It's like I kind of decided I need to get some content on here, so I might as well just do a live stream. So if anybody wants to come and ask me some questions about stuff, we can have a conversation. That's always good. Let's see. There were okay. First of all, well, I guess a little update. My schedule got a little messed up because of the X Files, primarily. Well, like typically I do the Merlin streams on Mondays, kind of going over weekly news and stuff. But the back to back X Files reviews for the new episodes kind of threw me off a little bit. So hopefully we'll get back on track with that. So we'll just be doing this in the meantime. Uh, let's see. There were a couple things I wanted to talk about. I think, oh yeah, the big one was there was like recently some reaction about the new Wonder Woman footage in the newest Justice League Batman versus Superman TV spot, and I was just thinking it's kind of amazing how far we've come in terms of like how much people want to be updated about every little thing, and it's not even that we're being constantly spoiled because we are, and I think it's really kind of sabotaging the excitement of some of these movies. But like this TV spot, and I actually watched it. It's like this. It's like the last trailer that they came out, the big one with Doomsday and everything. Spoilers, you know, in the last one. Except there was like one scene where Wonder Woman, in her regular civilian clothing, was on a plane and she stood up. That was like it. That was like 2 seconds of extra footage. Like, really? Is that the footage we really care about? Gal Gadot in a suit? I mean, yes, she looks like Wonder Woman in a suit. I mean, if anything, we want to see her in action in the costume doing more stuff. That's what we should get excited about. But people are like, "Oh God, check out this new footage," and I'm like, every little teaser trailer, every little hit of a TV spot, oh, a little 2 seconds of extra footage. Like, look, I see a trailer or two. That's all I need. I don't need to see every single piece of the Deadpool movie, to get excited about the Deadpool movie. Otherwise, I might not even see the movie. I just calm down. Like, I don't know. You'd think that with with the significance of franchises nowadays basically being the primary dominant field in film and pretty much everything else now, that the studios and their marketers don't have to give us all this stuff. I mean, I understand giving the fans a little bit to keep them interested somewhat, but you don't need to do everything. Like, for instance, going back to the X Files, I got really excited about the X Files, and I was just like searching YouTube, and I found, I guess it was Fox that released this 20-minute featurette talking basically about everything, and they revealed stuff I forgot about or stuff I didn't know about, and they kind of show you a little bit of like all the episodes, and I'm like, I kind of spoiled some things when I watched the first episode. Like, oh, like the thing about the sun. I didn't know that, for instance. So I don't know. Sometimes you really just have to sit back and take it and just try to enjoy it for what it is, Yeah, pretty much. Oh, man. Let's see. Maybe we can look up some stuff while I'm here. We can call this sort of a news thing. Because it doesn't look like I have any people watching me, but that's fine. I don't mind talking to myself a little bit. Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. Yep, there's that new Harry Potter movie thing coming out, which I never actually read that one. And, I actually really don't talk about it that much on the channel, but I actually am a pretty big fan of Harry Potter. I loved those books when I was a kid, and the movies were mostly pretty good. I thought they did a pretty good job of adapting things. And, Harry Potter really kind of boosted the whole YA juvenile fiction series thing. Like, everybody's trying to copy that now. Especially the whole splitting the last movie into two movies. It's like, oh God, it's horrible. Oh, the new Alien movie won't have a Noomi Rapace in it, the chick from Prometheus. So, okay, that's kind of odd. That's kind of surprising. Oh, Boba Fett could be in Star Wars Rogue One. Heard there were rumors about Hugh Jackman possibly being in the Deadpool movie. Let's see here. There's a Cabin Fever remake on the way. I feel like didn't they make that not much longer? Ooh, Better Call Saul's coming up soon. I'm kind of excited for that. I actually enjoyed the first season quite a bit. Let's see, 50 Shades of Black. Oh man, I don't know. Like, I don't know if you guys have noticed this, but there's just been a lot of like hate on YouTube lately. I was watching, I think it was Alpha Omega Sin. Just he was doing this rant. Apparently, the Fine Brothers are trying to like capitalize on the whole live reaction thing. I'm just like, between that and the nostalgia critic finally experiencing what we've all experienced with getting copyright strikes for using any footage, like I think it's funny that he's making a rant video about it, which I totally understand, but he's fairly new to the whole YouTube thing. So I'm like, this is something that people in the anime community, for instance, have been dealing with for years. It's like, so welcome to the party, Doug. you know I just thought that was very funny. Like, wow, and man, like I got like we're not getting any monetization. We got all these limited features because you got a strike. Though how broken the whole contesting system on YouTube was for copyright stuff, I didn't realize it was that bad. And that is why, if anybody is wondering why I have the website and why I'm putting videos up there with footage, it's so that doesn't happen. Because I really don't want to lose my channel, because I did this like really awesome dual Full Metal Alchemist review, going over both series like a couple years ago, and it got completely blocked worldwide. They removed one half of the video, so I only had one half up, and it really upset me because I really put a lot of effort in that video, and I just never wanted that to happen again. And then After Dead almost lost his channel for like nothing, randomly, because they always change these laws constantly. So that's why I made the site as a backup. And actually, it's less money for me that way, in case anybody's wondering. I think some people have the impression that by drawing people to the site, I'll be making more money. That's actually not the case. Even with little ads I put up on there, it's like nothing compared to the YouTube stuff, which isn't that much to begin with. So trust me, it's not money. It's just that I don't want to lose my channel, and it's giving you guys an alternative. So I know some people might find that a little annoying to have to, click on something else, but it's really for everybody's benefit. Let's see what else is going on here. The Witch. Oh, that if you guys haven't heard, it's like this. I guess, pre-colonial, colonial horror movie. The Witch. Look pretty cool. So yeah, I'm kind of excited about that one. About that one. Let's see here. What else we got going on? Let's check out comics. See if there's any news up here. Emma Frost artwork, huh? Apparently, there is a Captain Phasma. Okay, there's an action figure of her, but she's not silver. She's white in this. It's a regular white stormtrooper outfit, or at least it doesn't look particularly gray. I don't know. That's kind of odd. Oh yeah, that's right. New Justice League action cartoon. It's kind of awesome because I told people about this like a while ago, and it's like nobody believed me. Okay, but when I went to Wizard World in Philly last year, I got to meet Kevin Conroy, and he actually told us, my buddy and I, like, hey, I'm actually working on something really big that's going to come out like next year, but I can't really tell you what it is, but trust me, it's going to be big. I'm like, yes, the Justice League's coming back. Oh, God, I'm so hyped. That and Teen Titans. Oh, man. I'm telling you, if you guys, it feels to me like when it comes to nostalgia, a lot of us are just getting everything we want again, and whether it's anime or comics or games, all these reboots, reimaginings. I mean, it's like a lot of stuff is finally coming around. Maybe because, people of a certain age are getting into the industry, combined with the demand of certain people. You can't beat nostalgia. But I think it's one of the really cool things about social media and just the relationship between the entertainment industry and the fans is that there's so much direct communication for what we want. Like, people will say, crowdfund this or kickstart this, or, hey, please, we want this. I mean, we want X-Files, or, we want Final Fantasy VII. We want a new Dragon Ball show. It's just like all, and I mean, it's awesome. It's really awesome. People are actually listening, saying, hey, there's a clear audience for this. And I guess it has its disadvantages, because sometimes people will pretty much make something pretty much just to please the audience. And sometimes that does become a little safe and repetitive, but it's really interesting that we're at that point now. It is. It's good stuff though. It's like generally happy about it. I mean, I watched the trailer again for Civil War. I think it was actually a new trailer. God, I will say I'm looking forward to Captain America a lot. And you know, even okay, the one that I'm actually really not looking forward to be completely honest. Okay, people might think I'm angry about the whole Batman versus Superman possibilities, or the Suicide Squad or whatever. I'm not a DC hater, by the way. Somebody when when I talked about like the Suicide Squad trailer and how I didn't like it, somebody said that I was a DC hater. And I'm like, I'm not. I'm a huge DC fan, so it's just funny. But no, the movie that I'm actually the maddest about right now, like just based on the trailer, it's like X-Men Apocalypse. Okay, first of all, Apocalypse doesn't look quite right, but he's got the presence. He's got some of the powers. He looks kind of cool. I can get behind that. Four Horsemen are all X-Men, which I think is kind of funny because so many X-Men have been Four Horsemen. It just seems like it's a revolving door. But okay, I have a serious question for you guys. I really do. Like, okay, X-Men Apocalypse. Okay, first of all, you've got all these X-Men movies, and all the time, all these X-Men movies, Magneto's been the primary bad guy, except for like Stryker, who was an excellent villain. And then you had like the Sentinels, kind of, which made me mad. But I don't know if we'll ever see anything better than that. But then they jumped straight to Apocalypse. They finally jumped to somebody else in the X-Men's very wide, impressive rogues gallery, and they go straight to Apocalypse. That's like going straight to Darkseid, straight to Thanos, straight to Brainiac. That's like going to the main guy. That's like it's like that's going to Galactus. I mean, this is a big deal. Okay, this is a big deal. Apocalypse is like he might not necessarily be the most iconic, but he's pretty much the most dangerous one. He's the most powerful one. Just about. I mean, he's one of the major big ones. You're jumping right to him. He's got an entire universe based around him, the Age of the Apocalypse, and yet they're missing one crucial step that's generally been constructed with the X-Men storyline, which I don't understand why they didn't do, because it seems perfectly logical to me as a precursor. Because who do you have as a precursor, a stepping stone to Apocalypse, and every iteration of the storyline? Because his initial introduction was to be foreshadowing this other being. Comic book fans, X-Men fans obviously know what I'm talking about, Mr. Sinister. Now, seriously, it just doesn't make any sense to me, because there are two problems I have with this. First of all, Mr. Sinister should at least be in the movie. It doesn't look like he is. I'm hoping he is. If he's in the movie, even as like foreshadowing something else, I'm kind of cool with that. But the problem is this. If Mr. Sinister only gets a minor role, or he comes after this somehow, you can't, as awesome as Mr. Sinister is, you've already done Apocalypse. It's already going to be kind of dumbing him down a little bit. It's giving Mr. Sinister less than he deserves. Also, Mr. Sinister is my favorite X-Men villain. He's one of my favorite comic book villains. He's just such an awesome bad guy. He easily could get his own movie. He's like this. He's just so weird. He's like this really cheesy, evil mad scientist guy who's like some sort of shape-shifting, T-1000 metal dude who's like got a big cape, and he's like a vampire, and he wants to, get Jean Grey and Scott to like make a super baby so he can create an ultimate race of mutants so they can kill Apocalypse and take over the world. I have no idea what his plan is. I've read so many comics, and I never understood it, because he always made it so complicated. If you want them to make a super baby, why do you have to do it in this little test tube? Just let them be together and do what they got to do, and then steal the baby. I mean, I guess he wants to sample it, but you could just get some DNA, do what Dr. Giraud did, a little bug, extract it, you're good to go. That's what I love about Mr. Sinister. It's so silly. I mean, like, he's so evil, and he's unrepentantly evil. Like, how every X-Men villain, pretty much every villain now, even the Joker, they find some way to try to, occasionally make him seem more complicated by making him sympathetic. Every writer seems to tackle that onto just about every villain. Trust me, just about every villain. Mr. Sinister is like the only villain that has remained pretty much evil. Even if they try to give him a sympathetic backstory now, he's a pretty bad guy, and that's just something really rare that you got to respect about Mr. Sinister. It's true. Anyway, that's terrible. Super Saiyan Ichigo is here. Stomach virus. Oh, Dub Zombie, how's it going? Looks like I got a couple viewers. How's everybody doing? Feel free to ask questions or let me know what's going on. Um, and I hear myself now. Okay. Let's see here. Anything going on in my world? Yeah, but it just seems like there's just so much rage right now, and I don't even know what's going on with all that. That's why I'm like, whatever. It's not a problem for me. I don't put footage on my channel, so I've completely bypassed that whole problem. Let's see. Oh, here's something funny. Um, Recently, okay, not too long ago, I kind of did this little rant, which I sort of regret because I talked to Hero or some of the other guys about this, about how I couldn't. Ooh, Jeffrey Combs is Mr. Sinister. Dub, I like the way you think. By the way, for all the people who watch this later, Dub is officially one of my biggest subscribers. Thank you. Thank you for your Patreon donation and requests and all the input for everything. Really do. So thanks for watching and everything. But oh yeah, like I was talking, I mentioned how I didn't like Power Rangers, and I was saying how there are some things that nostalgically you go back and it doesn't work, and you can never enjoy it again. I'm like, because a while ago I tried to watch like Power Rangers in Space or something, and I couldn't do it. I was like, it's too corny, it's too cheesy, the acting's bad, blah blah blah. But it's one of those things where whenever you're critiquing something or watching something, you know how even your daily mood can affect it. I was really late at night, kind of like it is now, early in the morning, whatever. I just said, hell with it. I'm bored. I don't really feel like doing anything. I'll just put on the first couple episode of Power Rangers again, Mighty Morphin, see how it is. And admittedly, being kind of tired and not really caring, being overly critical, was actually kind of entertaining. Like, I'll be completely honest. These are my feelings about the couple episodes of Power Rangers I watched. Okay, my biggest problem with it is that it moves too damn fast, and I'm thinking to myself, it's no wonder that myself and a lot of people my age loved it when we were 5, 6 years old, because within 22 minutes, it's like, oh yeah, we got to go over here. We're over here now. Let's fight them. I'm like, whoa, like I'm having whiplash, like trying to process all this because they cram so much plot into this 22-minute episode. And the thing is, a lot of it's just filler anyway with the Bulk and Skull stuff, the comedy stuff. So, it just kind of blows my mind. But yeah, that was my biggest problem with it. I mean, I'm thinking to myself, considering you always have to consider the primary audience with these things, right? And I'm thinking, your average like 5, 6-year-old kid, they're gonna like it. You know what I mean? They're gonna like it. If they like action, it's fine. The acting's not that bad for what it is. It's kind of knows it's cheesy, but it's fun. It's not bad. So I might have been a little harsh about it beforehand. I think so. Try not to be. Let's see. Oh man. What to talk about? I really just kind of felt like doing this without any real plan in mind. Okay, Japan's animation ranking for the week of January 18th. Oh, Kiki's Delivery Service got a TV airing or something. Did pretty well. Oh, you know what? All right, that gives me an idea about something to talk about. Dub, this is the thing. I don't really know much about Gundam, and it's one of those things where I really want to get into Gundam, but getting into Gundam is like getting into an entire universe in and of itself. It's so complicated. I've looked at the charts. I've looked at the wiki. The wiki's like the size of something else entirely. It's this huge fandom. Like, it's one of those things where like there's anime fans, and then there's Gundam fans. I'm just like, it's so much. So I did watch a little bit of the first anime. I think it's good. I just feel like tackling Gundam is its own project that I'm gonna have to try and get into more. I heard the new anime is pretty good. If you're watching that, something Bankai mentioned to me. But yeah, I was thinking, looking at the this Kiki's Delivery Service thing just made me think. The one thing that's kind of pissed me off, and it's in that J Room Facebook thing, is that it's called Anime's Mistake, and they're quoting Miyazaki, and I don't know if people realize that was taken out of context, and he never actually said those words, apparently. And I mean, I actually agree with a lot of things that he said. You know, the anime fandom has its dark side, and I think it has some really negative attributes that unfortunately overshadow things. And because it's such a niche type of thing, I think that a lot of people that aren't into it kind of associate, you know, people that like anime with these ideas. And it's unfortunate. But the point is, I don't think, yeah, I like Miyazaki a lot. And I don't know if he gets, I feel like the YouTube anime community seems to be really, does not explore certain things. I feel like anime movies tend to be almost considered like a completely separate entity, which they're not. You know, yeah, you take anime, but you put it in a 2 hour time limit or something to tell a story. People act like it's this completely different thing, which it is a different format, but you know, there are so many good classic anime movies that a lot of my friends on here don't really know about. But anyway, for Miyazaki, I love his works, you know, and I just feel like there's some hate towards him because of that, and for no particularly good reason. Yeah, Gundam Breaker 3. Man, what else should I randomly talk about? Oh, get your One Piece capsule toy. Oh, I got Luffy trying not to drown. That's cute. That's cute. Oh man. Do 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 do. Lupin the Third. Oh, complete guide to the films, TV specials, and OVAs. Mystery of Mamo. Castle of Caligostro. Gold Babylon. Fuma Conspiracy. Farewell to Nostradamus. That guy looks mean. Oh yeah, the Detective Conan crossover. That always looked pretty good. Man, there's a lot of stuff here. Another huge franchise that I've only ever seen a little bit of. I watched like the original version, and that's about it. Yeah, Lupin's good though. Lupin's really, really good. I don't know if it's. I'm kind of glad it's getting more attention again though, for sure. All right, let's see what gaming stuff we have going on. Uh, Wait a minute. What are they doing reviewing Black Sails? Come on, Black Sails. Oh, that's right. I watched the first like 2 episodes of the show called The Colony. It's got a Sawyer from Lost and Laura from The Walking Dead, and they're in like this. I guess it's L.A. and after this alien invasion, but for some reason L.A.'s been spared. My guess is due to cost of filming. um, but it's all right. It wasn't too bad. Inception versus Paprika versus The Cell. Hmm. Well, they're both. Well, all three of them are obviously surreal films that are kind of trying to tell the whole dreamlike sequence and express stories that way, which I do like. Inception. I don't know if you know this, but Inception's a movie that I've had some issues with, and it's not so much that I think it's a bad film. I think it's actually pretty good. It's a well-made movie, but like a lot of Nolan's movies, I feel like he doesn't know how to do a lack of realism. Everything is so deeply tied to a sense of realism that it hurts everything. Like nothing about Inception seemed particularly dreamlike to me. Now, with movies like Paprika or The Cell, they have their issues, but at the very least, they feel like you're in a dream. They're bizarre, they're weird, they're otherworldly, and they're beautiful to look at visually. So, in terms of atmosphere, that's always a big component I look for in movies. And I really, of course, you know where I was going with this. But yeah, so I think they're significantly better. Inception, I think that movie is severely overrated. But I'm glad you brought it up, though. I mean, if you like it, like I said, it's a well-made movie, but it's really just a standard thriller pretending to have this whole dream thing. And I'll rant about this because I this does piss me off. Okay. If you take all the plot holes and all the inconsistencies out of the way, first of all, you're rooting for characters that are basically unlikable, right? And Cillian Murphy, I actually really think that character is really interesting. He has to overcome his identity and his obligation to his father's dream and his sense of what he's supposed to do. It's really very interesting, and this huge inner turmoil that they could explore in his mind. But no, they're just going to bypass all that, okay, just so that they can steal some information. Kill the idea. It's so morally questionable. And talk about wasted potential. Like that was the most interesting part. Like if they had more interaction between Leo's character and his character and their concepts of family and what it means, just the human element I think could have been so much better. But, people like it anyway. And another big problem with Inception for me was just the fact that before I saw it, people were hyping it up to me as the best thing ever. Best movie ever. And I'm like, really? Really? The 9 best anime of 2015. Let me check this out. I'll tell you guys what I thought. Blood Blockade Battlefront. Well, I watched 2 episodes, like an episode or 2 of that, and I did not like that at all. So there's that. Death Parade I did not see. Food Wars did not see. Gotcha Man did not see. Don't even know what that is. One Punch Man, of course, is good. School Live. Some ABBA screaming in my ear. You Lied to April. Yep, I didn't watch any of those. Yikes. Okay. Well, One Punch Man is pretty good. Oh man. We've got some good things to look forward to though for sure this coming year. Attack on Titan's gonna come back, and that's gonna get everybody like, oh my god. Probably Paprika, to be honest with you. I like the cell, but it's got some issues. How about you? What else we got here? I lost my train of thought. Yeah, oh yeah. Attack on Titan's going to be getting everything all together. Berserk anime, I'm actually really looking forward to. Let's see. A D Greyman's coming back. That should be good. Yeah, it's going to be cool. I still need to watch the new Digimon, though. I think that could be potentially pretty interesting. Let's see here. Do, 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 do. Whoa. Got that Cool World gif. Let's see here. Ewan McGregor discusses his voice work in the new movie. Great. New UFO information? Sure, right. Oh man. Yeah, it's gonna be quiet. It's gonna be quiet, man. I don't know. Pretty much it, all things considered.